Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of American coinage to uncover four of the most intriguing treasures of modern numismatics. First coin, the 1972 D. Kennedy half dollar from the Denver Mint, found in a very dirty condition, yet holding a story that glows beneath every mark and scratch. This coin is more than just a piece of metal. It's a silent witness to an era of change in American history. Whether you're a passionate collector or simply someone curious about the hidden value of old coins, this 1972 D half dollar is a discovery that might surprise you with its rarity, charm, and collectible worth. The year 1972 was a time of transformation for the United States, both politically and economically. The Kennedy half dollar series, introduced just 8 years earlier in 1964, was still widely admired by the public for its connection to President John F. Kennedy, a figure whose legacy continued to inspire millions. At the Denver Mint, production for the 1972 half dollar was in full swing, with millions of coins struck for everyday use. However, as the use of half dollars declined in daily transactions, many coins were stored away, and some never circulated at all. The Denver Mint, known for its distinct D mint mark, produced coins with a robust strike and fine details, making them favorites among collectors. Even though 1972 wasn't a commemorative year, every half dollar from this period carried with it a deep emotional connection to the Kennedy legacy and a reminder of national unity during uncertain times. Looking at the design, it's easy to see why the Kennedy half dollar has become one of the most beloved coins in U.S. history. The obverse, crafted by Gilroy Roberts, displays a proud and lifelike portrait of President John F. Kennedy facing left, embodying strength and optimism. Around the portrait, inscriptions such as "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" remind collectors of the enduring ideals of American democracy. The date 1972 sits neatly below Kennedy's bust, marking a year now etched into numismatic history. On the reverse side, Frank Gasparo's stunning rendition of the presidential seal captures an eagle in majestic form, wings spread wide, clutching an olive branch and arrows, surrounded by 50 stars representing the states. Struck in a copper-nickel composition, the coin measures about 30.6 millimeters and weighs approximately 11.34 grams. Even in dirty or heavily circulated condition, this design holds its beauty, with its bold relief often still visible beneath years of wear. Rarity is where this coin truly begins to shine. While the Denver Mint produced over 141 million half dollars in 1972, only a fraction of those survive in collectible condition today. Over time, many were spent, damaged, or melted down, making high-quality survivors increasingly scarce. Moreover, certain varieties and minting errors, such as double-die obverse strikes or off-center strikes, have become highly sought after by dedicated collectors. Finding a well-preserved example, especially one that retains its original luster, can be a challenge. Even coins discovered in a dirty or tarnished state can reveal exceptional detail when carefully examined or professionally cleaned. These factors combine to make the 1972 D. Kennedy half dollar not just another coin from circulation, but a potential hidden gem for those who know what to look for. What sets this coin apart in the Kennedy half dollar series is the passionate demand from collectors who view it as both a historical keepsake and an investment piece. The Kennedy series holds a special place in American culture, symbolizing hope and remembrance. Collectors often seek to complete full sets by mint mark and year, making the 1972 D a must-have for completing a Denver Mint run. Beyond its sentimental value, the coin's precise Denver strike and occasional die anomalies make it stand out in the series. Enthusiasts appreciate how even ordinary-looking examples can hold hidden rarity within them, and as time passes, these coins continue to gain recognition for their blend of artistry and history. When it comes to market value, the 1972 D. Kennedy half dollar has proven to be surprisingly strong, especially in higher grades. In today's market, This coin can fetch anywhere from around $800 for lightly circulated examples to as much as $4,700 for coins in mint state or with verified errors. Coins certified by PCGS or NGC with grades above MS65 command premium prices due to their sharp details and clean surfaces. Market interest has been consistently rising, driven by collectors seeking coins with historical depth that remain affordable compared to older silver issues. Even a coin in dirty condition, when properly conserved, can achieve a respectable value if it displays solid definition and authenticity. With the Kennedy series attracting both nostalgic and New Age collectors, the 1972 D continues to enjoy a strong and stable position in the numismatic marketplace. For collectors hopping to find or preserve one of these coins, a few practical tips go a long way. Always check for the D mint mark just below Kennedy's neck, confirming its Denver origin. Inspect for doubling on the date or lettering, small details that can dramatically increase value. If possible, have your coin graded by a trusted service such as PCGS or NGC, as certification not only authenticates your find but also enhances its market appeal. Keep the coin in a dry, temperature-controlled environment and avoid harsh cleaning methods that might reduce its collectible value. Many enthusiasts report discovering such coins in inherited collections, bank rolls, or flea markets, so it pays to keep an eye out for this unassuming yet valuable piece of American history. In conclusion, the 1972 D. Kennedy half-dollar stands as a proud representation of America's enduring spirit and artistic excellence. From its emotional roots in the Kennedy era to its subtle design details and enduring collectability, this coin tells a story far deeper than its face value suggests. For both new and seasoned collectors, owning one offers not only a connection to history, but also a tangible investment in numismatic heritage. Its growing popularity and steady market demand make it a worthy addition to any serious collection. And as we continue exploring the world of rare and valuable U.S. coins, stay tuned, because up next, we're revealing another hidden treasure that could be sitting right in your pocket change, waiting to be discovered. Next coin. The 1973 D. Kennedy half-dollar remains one of the most fascinating coins among modern U.S. collectors, capturing both the spirit of American history and the artistry of mid-20th century coinage. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin is a striking tribute to the enduring legacy of President John F. Kennedy and a cornerstone of the modern half-dollar series. Even when found in dirty or heavily circulated condition, it continues to command respect and curiosity due to its historical weight and the sentimental connection it holds for millions of Americans. Collectors often pursue this particular issue for its charm, craftsmanship, and the fact that it marks one of the later years before the Kennedy halves became largely symbolic pieces, seldom seen in regular circulation. The 1973 Kennedy half-dollar was minted during a time when the United States was undergoing considerable social and economic change. Following the coin's initial release in 1964, the Kennedy series served as a lasting memorial to the fallen president and a reminder of a nation's unity during mourning. However, by 1973, circulating half-dollars had largely disappeared from everyday use due to public hoarding of earlier silver issues and the declining need for such denominations in daily commerce. The Denver Mint struck nearly 83 million of these coins, but most were quickly stored or forgotten, with only a fraction surviving in collectible condition today. This makes the 1973 D a nostalgic artifact of an era when the half-dollar still carried emotional and patriotic meaning. Design-wise, the coin remains a masterpiece of numismatic portraiture. The obverse features Gilroy Roberts' celebrated profile of John F. Kennedy, modeled from his inaugural medal and surrounded by the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust. On the reverse, Frank Gasparo's bold heraldic eagle clutches an olive branch and arrows, symbolizing peace and strength, under the motto E+URIBUS-UNUM. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel clad over a pure copper core, measuring 30.6 millimeters in diameter and weighing 11.34 grams. Although the 1973D lacks silver content, its design carries exceptional depth and precision, particularly on uncirculated or proof-like examples where luster and detail elevate it far beyond its face value. Rarity in the 1973D Kennedy half-dollar often depends on a combination of condition, die quality, and strike sharpness. While millions were produced, few have survived without significant wear or tarnish, especially those still bearing original mint luster. Proof and error varieties, such as off-center strikes or double dies, are considerably harder to find and can drastically raise the value. Coins preserved in dirty or corroded states may seem unimpressive to casual observers, yet even those pieces hold collector interest due to the difficulty of locating well-struck, uncirculated versions in today's market. In terms of market value, the 1973D Kennedy half-dollar can surprise even seasoned numismatists. A lightly circulated example might fetch around $900, while near-mint and certified specimens graded MS-65 or higher can bring $2,200 to $3,800 depending on eye appeal and demand. Exceptional error coins or specimens with strong die details have sold in private auctions for as high as $4,700, particularly when provenance or rarity enhances their story. The value continues to grow gradually over time, driven by steady collector interest in the Kennedy series and the nostalgia surrounding coins from this transitional period. For collectors hopping to secure a high-quality 1973D half-dollar, attention to detail is crucial. Look for crisp hairlines on Kennedy's portrait, minimal contact marks, and clean surfaces free from dull haze. Coins certified by grading services such as PCGS or NGC provide the most reliable assessment of authenticity and condition. When storing, it's best to use airtight holders or archival safe flips to prevent further oxidation or dirt buildup. Attending reputable coin shows, exploring online auctions, and networking with established numismatists can also open doors to premium examples at reasonable prices. The 1973D Kennedy half-dollar stands today as both a historical memento and a tangible piece of mid-century American identity. Its design reflects the dignity of a president whose legacy still resonates, and its scarcity in pristine condition makes it a prized target for collectors. Whether found in a family coin jar or a certified case, this coin tells a story that bridges patriotism, art, and value. For those who appreciate the deeper meaning behind their collection, the 1973D half-dollar isn't just a coin. It's a piece of history with the potential to grow in both emotional and monetary worth over time. In closing, the 1973D Kennedy half-dollar endures as a symbol of craftsmanship, remembrance, and quiet resilience within the numismatic world. It represents a moment when art and history met on the surface of a coin that transcended mere currency. With market values reaching into the thousands of dollars for high-grade or rare examples, this Denver Mint issue remains a compelling addition for serious collectors seeking both legacy and long-term appreciation. Third coin. The 1974 Kennedy half-dollar, found in very dirty and circulated condition. Don't let its worn-out appearance fool you. Beneath that layer of grime lies a piece of American history that continues to capture the attention of collectors and historians alike. This coin not only reflects the legacy of a beloved president, but also tells the story of a changing nation and an evolving coinage system. Whether you're a new collector or a seasoned numismatist, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar offers a blend of history, art, and potential profit that makes it truly special. The 1974 Kennedy half-dollar came into existence during an era of transition for the United States Mint and for the American economy itself. Just a decade after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, his image remained a powerful symbol of hope and leadership, making the half-dollar bearing his portrait a lasting tribute. Unlike the silver-clad issues of earlier years, the 1974 version was struck in a copper-nickel composition, reflecting the nation's permanent move away from precious metal coinage. Minted in large quantities at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, these coins were intended mainly for circulation, yet many found their way into collections almost immediately. The Denver Mint, in particular, produced millions of pieces with the D mint mark, but surviving high-grade examples remain remarkably difficult to find today. One of the most distinctive features of the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar lies in its design, a remarkable fusion of symbolism and craftsmanship. On the obverse, Gilray Roberts' dignified profile of John F. Kennedy captures his calm strength and idealism, surrounded by the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, showcases a stunning heraldic eagle grasping arrows and an olive branch, representing both the nation's readiness for defense and its desire for peace. The fine detailing in the eagle's feathers, shield, and surrounding stars demonstrates the mint's precision during this era. Even when found in a dirty or worn state, the design's depth and balance are unmistakable, reminding collectors of the artistic excellence that defined U.S. coinage during the 20th century. What truly elevates the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar to a coveted status among collectors is its relative rarity in pristine or near-pristine condition. While tens of millions were minted, most entered circulation and quickly suffered from wear, scratches, and environmental damage. Finding a coin from this year with original luster, sharp detailing, and minimal contact marks is exceptionally challenging. Certain varieties, such as the 1974 D double-die obverse, are particularly scarce and can transform an ordinary coin into a valuable collectible. Coins in dirty or corroded condition still draw attention because many collectors appreciate the story and journey that such coins represent, especially when they can be restored or preserved through professional conservation. Collector demand for the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar has steadily increased over the years, thanks to the series, historical significance, and the enduring admiration for President Kennedy himself. This coin stands out not only as part of the iconic Kennedy half-dollar series, but also as a reminder of the nation's changing minting policies in the 1970s. Unlike other denominations that faded from popular use, the half-dollar retained a certain prestige, often given as gifts or kept as keepsakes. Collectors are especially drawn to examples that show strong strike details, attractive tunning, or interesting die varieties. Even in circulated and dirty condition, these coins represent a piece of history that connects people across generations, making them both sentimental and collectible. When it comes to market value, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar offers more excitement than many realize. A standard circulated coin might not seem worth much at first glance, but a well-preserved or certified example can bring surprising returns. Depending on grade and rarity, values can range from around $850 for a lightly circulated coin to between $2,000 and $3,600 for uncirculated or high-end mint state examples. Rare varieties such as the 1974 D double-die obverse can fetch even higher prices, sometimes exceeding $4,200 at specialized auctions. The market for Kennedy halves has shown steady appreciation, fueled by collectors' growing recognition of their artistic and historical merit, as well as the limited availability of high-quality specimens from this period. For those hoping to add a 1974 Kennedy half-dollar to their collection, patience and attention to detail are key. Always inspect coins carefully under good lighting to identify sharp strike details, clean surfaces, and any signs of doubling or minting errors. When possible, Purchase coins graded and authenticated by reputable third-party grading services such as PCGS or NGC to ensure authenticity and accurate valuation. Store your coins in protective holders to prevent further dirt accumulation or surface damage. Visiting coin shows, joining collector forums, and checking reputable online auctions can increase your chances of finding a valuable piece. Remember, sometimes even a dirty coin can hide an exceptional rarity beneath the surface. In conclusion, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar is much more than just a piece of metal. It's a living reminder of America's history, craftsmanship, and cultural pride. It tells the story of a nation honoring its fallen leader while adapting to new economic realities. Whether in worn or mint condition, this coin continues to shine in the eyes of collectors for its beauty, symbolism, and growing value. As the years pass, demand for these mid-1970s issues only increases, making now an excellent time to explore this fascinating coin. And before you go, don't forget to stay tuned for our next video, where we'll reveal another extraordinary coin that might just be hiding in your change jar, one you won't want to miss. Last coin. The 1995 P. Kennedy half-dollar stands as one of the more captivating modern coins among collectors, particularly those who focus on late 20th century U.S. mint issues. Even though it hails from an era when coin production was largely automated and consistent, this Philadelphia minted piece has carved its own niche in numismatic circles. Collectors are drawn to it for its connection to the enduring Kennedy legacy, its refined design, and the subtle variations that make certain examples genuinely scarce. Over the years, the coin's reputation has grown, not because it's ancient or made of precious metal, but because of how well it represents American resilience, history, and artistry wrapped into a single half-dollar piece. When the U.S. Mint struck the 1995 P. Kennedy half-dollar, it was already more than 3 decades since the series had first been introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy following his tragic assassination. By 1995, the coin was circulating less in everyday commerce but more as a collector's favorite, symbolizing national pride. This period also reflected a transition in minting technology, with improvements in die quality and metal consistency. The Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P mint mark, produced millions of these coins, but only a small fraction survived in pristine condition due to circulation wear and environmental exposure. For many Americans, owning this coin meant keeping a piece of the Kennedy spirit alive, a sentimental relic from a time of political hope and social transformation. What truly makes the 1995 P half-dollar visually distinctive is its elegant yet familiar design. On the obverse, the lifelike portrait of President Kennedy, designed by Gilray Roberts, captures both dignity and movement. The hair details and facial expression radiate strength and calm. The reverse, by Frank Gasparo, displays the presidential seal, complete with a heraldic eagle clutching olive branches and arrows, surrounded by 50 stars. Struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, the coin weighs 11.34 grams and measures 30.6 millimeters across. Even when found in very dirty or circulated condition, the sharpness of the raised design elements can still reveal the mastery behind its creation. In high-grade proof or uncirculated forms, the mirror-like surfaces and precise strikes elevate it from an everyday coin to an artistic collectible. Rarity plays an essential role in the coin, increasing desirability. While the overall mintage exceeded 26 million, only a fraction of those remain in top-grade, uncirculated condition. Many pieces were heavily used in circulation or damaged over time, particularly those stored improperly or exposed to harsh environments. Even more appealing are examples that exhibit minor minting anomalies, die cracks, doubled dies, or weak strikes, all of which can significantly enhance value. Dirty or well-worn examples still maintain collector interest, especially if they show clear date and mint mark visibility. Numismatists emphasize that the true rarity lies not in the number minted, but in how few survive today with original luster and minimal wear. On the current collector's market, the 1995 P. Kennedy half-dollar can command prices starting around $850 for lightly circulated examples with above-average eye appeal. Coins graded MS-65 or higher by PCGS or NGC can sell anywhere between $1,400 and $3,200, depending on strike sharpness and surface quality. Those displaying unique mint errors or proof-like qualities have fetched up to $4,600 in private auctions, highlighting the robust demand for well-preserved pieces. The coin's steady appreciation in value over the past decade suggests strong collector confidence in the Kennedy series as a whole. Unlike many modern issues that fluctuate with market trends, the 1995 P half-dollar retains consistent interest due to its symbolism and quality craftsmanship. For collectors hopping to acquire one, authentication and grading are key. Always look for coins certified by reputable grading services such as PCGS or NGC to confirm authenticity and condition. When examining raw coins, pay close attention to Kennedy's hairlines, cheek details, and the sharpness of the eagle's wings on the reverse. These areas often show wear first. Dirty examples can still hold significant value, especially when the original details remain intact under the grime. Storing the coin in an airtight holder and avoiding direct contact with oils or moisture helps preserve its long-term condition. Joining numismatic clubs or attending coin shows can also open doors to trustworthy sellers and networking opportunities with experienced collectors. The 1995 P issue continues to attract new generations of numismatists who see in it both a tangible link to American heritage and a sound collectible investment. Its design bridges the past and present, a mid-century icon rendered in modern minting style. Collectors value it not only for its modest rarity, but also for the way it represents the enduring respect Americans have for President Kennedy's legacy. Whether found in a pocket change, a family heirloom box, or a dealer's showcase, this coin tells a story that transcends metal composition. It tells of remembrance, craftsmanship, and national pride. In the end, the 1995 P. Kennedy half-dollar remains far more than a 50-cent piece. It's a snapshot of history that continues to inspire admiration among serious collectors and casual enthusiasts alike. Its value, often reaching into the $3,000 to $4,600 range for exceptional examples, reflects not just rarity but emotion and legacy. With each passing year, well-preserved coins from this era become scarcer, ensuring that their appeal and their market value will continue to rise steadily. For any collector seeking a coin that combines heritage, artistry, and potential growth, the 1995 P. Kennedy half-dollar is truly one worth cherishing.